Okay, so since we already have an account, so the next thing that we're going to do now is to explore the parts of our e-learning portal. Okay, so now let's try to click continue. Okay, so this is the parts of our dashboard. So since this is the first login that we made, okay, so we're going to have a short tour regarding the parts of our dashboard. So we have here this message here. So your new dashboard has many features to help you easily access the information most important to you. Okay, so click next. So in this one, it talks about the timeline block, which is this part. Okay, so the timeline block shows your important upcoming events. So you can choose to show activities in the next week, month, or further into the future. So you can also show items which are overdue. Okay, so click next. Okay, the next one is talks about the course overview, which is this part. Okay, so the course overview block shows all the courses that you are enrolled in. Okay, so you can choose to show courses currently in progress or in the past or future or courses which you have started. Okay, so by the way guys, the term course here referred to subject. Okay, so click next. So next is about the display options, which is this two drop down. So courses may be sorted by course name or by last access date. Okay, so you can also choose to display the courses in a list or with a summary information or the default card view. Okay, so click next. So that's end of our tour. Now we can click the button of end tour. Okay, so now let's try to know the other parts of our e-learning portal. So in this part, usually we call this as sidebar menu, okay, or sidebar. So let's try to check out the site home. So the site home basically, this lists all the available courses in the system. So it includes the other campuses, the from the Ormo campus, Carigara campus, Burawin campus, Tanawan campus, Dulag campus, and also for the main campus. So it will be included here, so you can just check it out because there are totally a lot in here. Okay, so next is let's try to check the calendar. Okay, so in the part of the calendar, okay, so this is where our event will be displayed as well. For example, if we are already enrolled in a particular subject and we have meeting for this particular day, it will display here. Let's say we have an activity to submit or an assignment, let's say on September 7 as scheduled, then it will display here. So on that particular situation, you can monitor what are those activity that you need to submit for a particular day. Okay, because it is already seen on your calendar. Okay, now let's check out this private files. So basically, the private files is where you can upload your files. So sort of your own resources. Okay, so now let's try to go back to our dashboard and let's try to scroll down. So we can see here the course categories, okay, which is this one. Then now let's try to click all courses, which is this part. Okay, now basically our courses or subjects are organized through categories, okay, in which categories are created based on the colleges and departments of the university. Okay, so the first category that we have is the general category, which is the default category that we use on our e-learning portal. Okay, so the next is we have the graduate school category. Then we have the architecture and allied discipline, arts and sciences, business, education, engineering, technology, laboratory school, fishery, agriculture, and also we have the information technology and the student onboarding. Okay, so those are the categories that we have on our e-learning portal to organize the subjects that we have. Okay, so now let's try to check out some of the categories. So let's start with engineering. So in the part of the engineering, you can notice guys that we have here another subcategory. Why I said it is subcategory is because you will notice that it has this arrows or sort of icons. Okay, so that's why it is considered a subcategories. Now, once we click one of them, inside of it as another subject. Okay, so basically, if you can notice also, guys, the subcategories is based on the program, like BSc or the civil engineering, BSECE, BSME, BSIE, BSCHE, BSEE, and the BSG. So basically, those are the actual program in our university. Okay, so um, it is considered as the subcategories for the main category of engineering. Okay, so let's try to scroll down at the moment. So we can also see this one, which is these subjects or courses are the common courses under the College of Engineering or the engineering category, wherein it is not part of the subcategory. Now, if we try to check out one of the subcategories, let's say BSc, we can also see some subjects or the courses, okay, which is this is basically intended only for the BSc. Okay, guys. Okay, so now let's try to go back to our um, categories. Now let's try to check out, let's say information technology. So in the information technology, it didn't have any subcategories. So it have subject, a specific subject for the information technology. So now you can also notice, guys, this prefixes. Okay, so it has prefixes. Okay, so we have the CC, TC, we have MC. Actually, we also have OC, BC, and DC. So actually, let's say it is a sort of a prefix code in which it represent a specific campus. Okay, so such as for CC, CC is Carigara campus, TC is Tanawan campus, MC is the main campus, then we have OC which is Ormo campus, then DC which is the Burawin campus, and the DC which is the Dulag campus. So we created those kind of prefix codes, let's say, to easily identify what specific campus does a particular subject belong. Okay, so that we can easily check out if you are from main, you will look for MC, then subject. You're not going to check out the CC and the subject because that's for the Carigara campus. So if you are studying in the main campus, then you need to look for MC. Okay, guys? So aside from that one, of course, we try to organize our subject through the prefix code and organize it as well through the categories so that we can easily navigate the specific subject that we are trying to look for through categories, and if we have the subcategories for a specific program and for the specific prefix code. Okay, so we can easily navigate the subject that we are trying to look for. Okay, guys. Okay, so now let's try to check one of the subject here. So let's say the MC Computer Programming 1. Okay. Okay, Currently, since we are not yet enrolled in this particular subject, we cannot see the full details or the full content of this subject. Okay, so the only thing that we can see this part um, are the descriptions and the instructors that are handling for this particular subject. Okay, so those are the things currently that we can do. But if you're already enrolled, then once you click that subject, it will redirect to a particular page wherein you can see the full details of that subject. And also, it will display here in our sidebar the subject that you are currently enrolled. Okay? Okay, so in this particular part, we focus basically on learning about the different parts of our e-learning portal, wherein we start about the part of our dashboard, different parts of it, wherein it have those course overview, um, timeline block, and the options for about in the part of the course overview. Okay, so we also learn about the sidebars here, wherein it composed of dashboard link, site home, calendar, and also the private files. Okay, we also learn about the categories on so that our subject are organized. So we have categories, we have the subcategories, which is actually the programs. We also have the prefix code for a specific subject in which it refer to a specific campus. Okay, so okay guys, so I hope it give you a clear idea guys on how we can manage on navigating the parts of our e-learning portal. Okay guys?